Make America Smart Again. Episode 5. How Democracies Fall. Watch the Signs. Lessons from history on how dictatorships are born. The Dictator's Playbook. How Democracies Fall Apart. Part 1. Every dictatorship starts the same way. Discontent, blame, and manipulation. Here's the playbook to watch for. Step 1. General discontent. It always begins with widespread frustration, economic struggles, inequality, or political gridlock. People feel the system is broken. Example: in the 1920s, Germany, hyperinflation and unemployment left people desperate for change. Modern parallel. Rising inequality and political dysfunction today mirror this discontent. When people lose faith in the system, they'll believe anyone who promises to fix it. Step 2. Redirecting blame. Potential dictators exploit this discontent by pointing fingers at the wrong people: minorities, immigrants, the press, or political opponents. Example: Hitler blamed Jews and communists for Germany's problems after World War I. Modern parallel. Today, some leaders blame immigrants, the media, or the deep state for societal issues. When people are angry, it's easy to cheat them into blaming the wrong enemy. Step 3. Attacks on institutions. They undermine trust in democratic institutions, like the judiciary, elections, and the press, claiming they're corrupt or rigged. Example: in Venezuela, Hugo Chavez discredited the press and packed the courts with loyalists. Modern parallel. Attacks on the judiciary and claims of rigged elections are eerily similar. When trust in institutions collapses, democracy is on life support. Watch out. These are the first steps, but there's a couple more that seal the deal. The Dictator's Playbook. How Democracies Fall Apart. Part 2. Consolidating a dictatorship. Step 4. Isolate. Leaders isolate the nation from the outside world, cutting off foreign influence and dissenting ideas. Example: China's Great Wall symbolized its isolation, stifling innovation and centralizing power. Modern parallel. Nationalist policies and America First rhetoric echo this isolationist trend. When a nation isolates itself, it's not protecting its people, it's controlling them. Step 5. Consolidating power. Once trust is eroded, they centralize power under the guise of fixing the system. Example: in Russia, Vladimir Putin used emergency powers to silence opposition and extend his rule. Modern parallel. Watch for leaders who expand executive power while weakening checks and balances. When one person holds all the power, democracy is already dead. Segment 3. The Fall of Rome. Corruption and distraction. It wasn't invaders. Rome collapsed under its own corruption and greed, abusing an uninformed and distracted people. Bread and circuses distracted the masses, while political corruption and wealth inequality rose. Example: Roman politicians used lavish games and free food to keep the public happy while looting the treasury. Modern parallel. Partisan media and manipulative social media create distractions and made-up enemies in the U.S. today. Shocking fact: the wealth gap in ancient Rome was as extreme as it is in the U.S. today, with a tiny elite controlling most of the wealth. When the people stop paying attention, the empire crumbles. Segment 4. Venezuela. The savior who became a dictator. Hugo Chavez promised to save Venezuela and ended up destroying it. Here's how it happened. Chavez's rise to power as a beloved leader, followed by his consolidation of power and erosion of democracy. How his policies led to economic collapse, hyperinflation, and widespread poverty. Example: Chavez nationalized industries, silenced the opposition, and rewrote the Constitution to stay in power. Modern parallel: the danger of leaders who promise to fix everything while dismantling democratic institutions. I must say, nationalizing industries and imposing wild tariffs sounds very similar strategies to me. What do you think? Shocking fact. Venezuela went from being one of the richest countries in South America to one of the poorest under Chavez's rule. Beware the leader who says, "Only I can fix it."
Транслируя по телевидению кадры, демонстрирующие Чавеса в более счастливые времена, правительство, по-видимому, старается задействовать именно этот эмоциональный фактор в попытке предупредить политический хаос на случай, если президент Венесуэлы так и не вернется в общественную жизнь.